Cal, BHP UK, and strapped to the dyno today we have the Kove Rally 800X, another pretty good bike from the looks of things from China. Does have a KTM engine. I'm not sure how many parts are exactly the same and what's derived KTM and what they've done to the engine that's different to a 790. Possibly get the specs of that for you by the end of the video. We're going to do what we always do. We're going to run it up on the dyno, see how it's been set up. It is running a Bosch, quite an old design Bosch ME6 ECU. This particular one does have the Kove titanium decat exhaust system with the program to suit from Kove. We're going to see how Kove set it up at the factory like we always do, see what we can do. Customers complaining that when he's riding it on green lanes, he's getting a lot of vibration below 4,000. It's just snatchy and glitchy, and he just wants to really smooth that out. So we'll see what it's doing and we'll see how we can get that fixed. So what did we manage to do with the Kove 800? Really quite an exciting bike for us to work on. We know there's not going to be a million of them hitting the market, but it was something that we did want to get developed correctly. The rider that bought this bike in, we have got a lot of faith in him. We trust his feedback, and just from the experience that he has in riding and what he's trying to do with the bike. His biggest complaint with the bike was that it was lumpy at a quarter-ish throttle opening, and also the engine braking was too severe for his style of off-road riding. So we did what we always do, ran the bike up on the dyno, took all the data logging that we needed to take from it, and then we set about writing the map for it. At wide open throttle, there's not really much to report there. The bike was producing pretty much what it's capable of producing. There wasn't anything we found in the map. The fueling was correct. Just a tiny little bit of tweaking on the timing and just a little bit on throttle restrictions. Not a huge amount to do, and not really a huge amount to report. So we've gone up from 86 brake horsepower to 88. Not a tangible difference. The plots pretty much follow each other up until it gets to about 8,000. Then you get another 2 horsepower. You're not going to feel it on the road, and we're not really going to wax lyrically about it. However, anything below 50%, there's quite a substantial difference that we've managed to make. At 50% throttle opening, you can see that we've removed some of the restrictions. The bike does carry on producing a little bit more power after about 4,500 RPM, whereas the stock bike does start to tail off a little bit, and we did find in the map that there was some restrictions there. We removed those. There's a little bit of a difference at 50%, but the really big change comes at 25, and just like the rider reported, it was very, very restricted at that point. You can see here what we've done at 25% throttle. The bike's gone from producing not a huge amount of power. We'd run the bike for 30 seconds to see how far up the rev range it would get, and it got to about 7,000 before the power really started to tail off. After we moved those restrictions, there's a lot of separation between the two lines. The red obviously is the mapped bike. The bike now produces it's producing 27 horsepower as opposed to the 19 as stock, so nearly a 50% increase in power, and the way that it puts it down. You can see the difference in the torque here. It's just producing far more torque now when you've got the throttle open only 25%. The other complaint that the rider had was that there was too much engine braking. This is something that we can't really demonstrate on the dyno, but it was something that we could remove. Customer's very happy with the way that it rides now. He has taken it and reported back that he's happy with the way that the engine braking has been reduced. This bike is available on our ECU Flasher. This is a device that lets you read your bike. Send that file to us, and one of our map writers will write you a file that's bespoke for your modifications. You also have the options of leaving the engine braking as it is, or we can reduce it as much as we possibly can for you. We really hope you're enjoying what we bring you to the channel. Please do hit the like, subscribe and the bell icon. It really does help us out, and it keeps you notified of all the exciting projects that we've got in the pipeline.